Hey everyone, it's PS2 Fatboy with another TikTok help video with you today. We had such a good response from the TikTok emotes. If you want to check out that video, go and check out my playlist, TikTok help by PS2 Fatboy. I will put also a link in the description for you if you want to check that video out. And also please make sure you like and share and subscribe if you want more videos like this. So today's video is we are making a background for your portrait mode on TikTok. I see a lot of people who probably maybe use just the standard backgrounds on TikTok itself, which is okay, but sometimes you want to personalize these backgrounds and showcase what you're playing. Maybe you have a lot of people coming in saying, what game is this? What game is this? I get that a lot. So I know what that's like. So I want to maybe make a custom background. Maybe you want to do like some retro themed games, and you can also have these backgrounds animated. You can have borders on them. You can just do whatever you like with them, and you can still showcase your video camera and also the game down below. So without further ado, let's get on to the video. So what you want to do is go to Canva. I'll put a link in the description for you, and then you go right here, top left hand side, called create a design. Now the design that you want to do is a TikTok photo mode. Now this portrait is 1080 by 1920, so basically the size of your phone when you're holding it upright. Okay, so you click on this and you'll come up to this screen. Now this is a blank canvas. Now you have templates and styles over here or what you can do no matter what you're doing. It could be gaming, it could be maybe making a template or something for something that you're doing something else. Maybe just doing a talking or something like that. But anyway, I do gaming stuff, so this is what I'm going to do. Now you click on here, and then you'll have like a little color graph here. You can change the background of the color to whatever color you want. You'll come to here. What we'll do is we're going to make it simple, so you can come up here and you can customize it. So I'm going to have a black background, and then you can come across here to the left. There's elements. Now, if you type in the search here, any elements that you want, Canva will have it. Guaranteed. If not, you can actually upload your own. So if you have uploads here, if you want to add like your own images or graphics, you can upload here. Click on that, and I have done this in the past. You see all this stuff here, like when I've done gaming stuff, and I can re-add that image to there. Okay, and then we'll go back to elements, and let's just say, okay, this one I want to make it a retro themed gaming. So we'll go retro, type in retro gaming, and then you'll have this background. So you got pro, so that's paid. If it's got a little crown and pro on it, that means it has to be part of the subscription. Now Canva is free, but there's also a subscription fee as well if you want to subscribe monthly. And then you also got videos, animated videos here. And there's also audio and frames, all sorts of type of designs. And then you got like images. So I want to make it retro. So I'm going to scroll here and maybe actually add this. No, I don't want that one. Maybe this background here. We want something simple. Like all these pixels look pretty cool. We'll add this pixel here. So now what we can do, we've added it here. We can pull it down to the size that we want. So I want this to cover here. Now this is going to be an animated background. Now this is now the full size, and it will loop. It will keep playing. So there we go. We've got the loop there, the background there. And now I want to add this arcade machine here. Right, there we go. And we're going to resize it and maybe put some little hearts here, pixelated hearts. And I'm going to resize that. And this is just just a quick description of what I'm doing. And then we got some ghosts as well, and these are these look really cool. These look really cool. So maybe actually I'll remove the hearts. I'll get rid of them, and I'll put that there. And I'll resize them a bit. There we go. Shrunk them down a bit. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my name. So you come across here to text, and then you can type in what type of text you want. So we've done this before, obviously, retro gaming. So I want it to look like the classic pixelated one. So I'll click on that one, and then we can come up to the size on the color. You can change the colors, see like that, to red. Maybe we'll go a bit of a brighter color here. Yep, and then the background, we can change the background as well. So what we're going to do is maybe change the name to PS2 Fatboy. So we back paste that, and we click up the top here as well. So PS2 Fatboy. Now I know it's like that, but what we can do is we just stretch it across a bit, and then we bring it down a bit here. So, like I said, this is just a quick description of showing you what you can do with Canva on making these TikTok backdrops. Now we can change the color of that as well. We can actually animate the text as well to come in and out, which is really cool. There's so many features on Canva. It's such a great thing. We can animate it. We can make it bounce. And we can try that. And then there's all sorts of things we can do. There's all sorts of colors we can change here. You can go effects too. We can outline it here if you want a thicker outlining. So what you need to do is highlight the text. And then we go like that. So that's going to be our background. And you can also center this and all that. Whoops. You can use the arrow keys as well. But like I said, I'm just showing you basically what you can do. You can make it bigger, the font. There's so much you can do to play around. So you got the positioning here, you got animate at the top here, you got effects, there's all sorts of stuff. Now maybe I can add a custom element. So we can upload. So click on upload, and you can go upload a file, right? So you go to your documents, whatever. Maybe you've got some assets here that you already got. You can add them. Like I've got this image here, the retro arcade machine, right? So I'll click on that, right? And it will upload. And it'll be the most recent image. So it's this most recent image here. I can add that there if I want to. Boom. And you can resize it and stuff like that. You can also remove the background as well if you've got an image that you want the background to be removed as well. So we'll click on that, and I'll just give you an example of removing the background imaging. See, there you go. It's removed the background. And we're going to put these arcade machines behind here, maybe. All right, that looks a bit poo. We won't do that. Anyway, so this is our background, right? Just quick, easy background, animated. You can just make an image one. This is also works just for image. Then now what we need to do, we need to save it now. All right, so this is just an example. So we could click on the right-hand side where it says share. Click on share, and you go to download. And the quality is MP4. It's suggested you always do that. It's save downloaded settings, and you go download. Right. This will take about a minute. And like I said, this is a really good way of if you want to save some money and you don't want to pay somebody to do backgrounds and stuff like that. It's your own way of doing it, and you can always customize it. Like sometimes I find this really good to do, like if you're playing a game, because 9 times out of 10 when people come into your TikTok lives, they always say, what's the game? And no matter if the game is written in there, it's always good to have maybe the background as a theme for the game. And I always see the ones that I have a theme for the games usually work quite well. They usually 9 times out of 10 will see that down the bottom I've got the title of the game, and the backdrop is like representing what we're playing. All right, so the download is done. Up the top right here, it's downloaded, right? So what we do now is we're going to open up TikTok Live Studio. So we've got a blank canvas here. Now, what we need to do is we add a source. So we click on add a source, right? And then we're going to click onto video here. Click onto video and you go add, and then you go select browse format, and it'll go to my downloads, and here is our video that we made with Canva. Click on that and you go open. Right, now, most important part, you need to make sure the video is on loop, or it'll only show once and then disappear. So click on loop, right? And if you've got audio with the background, it will play the audio. So I recommend not having an audio for it. Just click it off, just mute it if you want, and then go add source. Now it's going to have the source here, right? Or in the middle. So what you do is you click it here, and then you go center to screen, then you go center to screen, right? And then fit, and then what you can do is full screen. What you want to do is you want it fit to screen. Click on here. There you go. There's our backdrop for our games. Now, what you need to do, you're going to make sure that this video that you've added is underneath everything else. It's like your alerts, your emojis, your camera, and everything. So click this video that you've just added and put it right down the bottom, so all your other stuff will show up, because if you don't, it will cover everything like your camera. So now we want to make sure that our background's there and our camera is there. All right, my camera's not on for some reason, but my camera will be up the top here, and your gameplay will be down here, and down the bottom will be our banner. So that is what I do with my TikTok lives. I do all this sort of stuff, and it really does help bring a little bit of pizzazz to your lives, and people like it, especially when you're changing them. And it only takes a matter of minutes to do. Like that took us, what, 10 minutes to do, and that was just a quick thing to show off. But anyway, I hope you really like the video, and I hope that answers your questions on how to make portrait backgrounds for TikTok Live. And like I said, use Canva. It's really good. It's very helpful, and I love using it. It's such a great great thing to use. And if any more questions about TikTok or any help, please let us know down below, and like, comment, and share, and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.